Hi, I want to share with you somebody who is amazing, who has helped me. She is a friend, she is a mentor. She is helping me to become a better person, healthy, have a better outlook on life, and even making some money doing all of this. You can't ask for anything better in a friend. I want you to listen to Camille Ferguson here, who's a regenerative health provider, and let her tell you about how she has overcome chronic pain. Camille, let us know your story.
Hi, Deb. Yeah, thanks for having me on today. I love sharing my story, and it goes back about 6, 7 years ago when I was pregnant with my third child. I live in Chicago, and I was working in a fast-paced, high-end restaurant for a celebrity chef. And I was about halfway through my pregnancy when we found out that our child had a rare chromosome abnormality. And this, as a mama, it hit me. It hit me hard. The doctors did not have a good prognosis for us. And at that point, we really just started pressing into God. And when I received this information, I was at work. And I remember handing up a plate to a client or clearing some plates off the table, and I felt my lower back go out. And at this point, I had been transferred into high risk care from the midwives. And I really felt like I just needed a chiropractic adjustment. I don't know if you've ever had your back go out, but
Yeah.
you know that it's just something is not right.
Yeah.
And my doctor was very Western focused, and he did not want me to do anything outside of his care. So I, followed his suit on that. He didn't want me to do chiropractic or anything. And I found myself in a pretty severe state of chronic pain. And what I found out with trauma in the body is it starts to store and manifest in the body. So it will store in the tissues. And my body just became very, very inflamed. And there wasn't a whole lot I could do during the pregnancy to remedy the pain. I was using massage, and that did help. But after our son was born, he was actually born 32 weeks stillborn. And again, like that, the pain was so much, and I wasn't working. I ended up self-medicating with ibuprofen. I was taking about 2,000 milligrams every day just to get through the day, to just kind of take the edge off. And I was also depressed and, mourning and all those things. So when I kind of got out of my funk, I was able to go back to work, and I did do chiropractic care. I did massage. I did acupuncture. I was on, high levels of ibuprofen, and nothing was really working. And shortly thereafter that experience, I got pregnant again, and really had to focus on the massage because there wasn't anything that I could do. After our son was born, he's almost 5 now. Again, I started self-medicating with ibuprofen because the pain just came back, and the massage just wasn't sustainable for me because I was no longer working. And I was praying for a solution. I had been praying for a solution for a very long time. And I had reached out to a good friend of mine. Her name is Mary, and somebody that you also know as well. And she's somebody that I really trusted in the field of health. I'm dear friends with her mom, and she was really helping to coach me with some dietary changes because I was very inflamed and could barely make it through the day without pain. I couldn't sit on the floor to play with my little boy. I couldn't sleep very well at night because I was in so much pain. And that's when she introduced organic superfoods to me. And I had been following some of the recommendations that she had made about the dietary changes. And like I said, I had just been praying for the pain to go away. And at the time, my husband was a grad school student, and we didn't have a lot of money, but something inside of me just told me, like, you need to do this, you need to try this. And I was talking to my pastor the other night about healing. And if you remember the story in the Bible of the woman with the issue of blood,
Mhm.
she just knew that if she could just touch the hem of his garment, that she would be healed. And so I think that, and I love that analogy that he used, because sometimes we need a touch. We need something to touch so that we can receive God's healing. And so this was a point of contact for me to his healing mercy and his grace. And my husband was in agreement with me getting the superfoods. He didn't know anything what it was about or anything, but within 2 days of getting on the nutrition, and I just started on the daily core 4. So some super aminos in the morning, a power shake, biomedic, and some tart cherry juice at night. I found that not only did I forget to take ibuprofen on day 2, my cravings also completely went away. And gradually over time, I started losing weight. I had more energy. My postpartum depletion started to really go away. And I just kind of came back home to my body. My gut health improved. And there was just so much improvement in my health in such a quick amount of time. And so I started to share it and just became a huge advocate for it, because when it comes down, what I discovered is that inflammation and pain is the root cause of that is really acidosis in the body. And it can, we can have traumatic experiences like I had, but my body was already in a state of inflammation. And then that trauma just set in and exploded the pain. And so what I really love about this program is it gets the body into the proper chemistry. So we really need to look at the 2 sides of chemistry. There's only 2 sides. There's an alkaline or base side, or an acid side. And most people are very acidic because of our standard American diet. The most acidic forming foods are dairies, our meats, our complex carbohydrates, sugar, alcohol, caffeine, like everything that, that we're promoted and we're taught, like you need to eat this way. Well, I like to kind of stick to an 80-20 rule, because we still have to enjoy life. But if we're eating that way all the time, our body just inflames. So when we can start to lean towards the alkaline side of the fence, which is where there's a lot of oxygen, where there's free flowing, where there's blood supply, then that's when the body can start to repair itself. And the alkaline forming foods are your fresh herbs, your fresh fruits, and your fresh vegetables. And then the superfoods too, those really do the heavy lifting to get your body to the alkaline side of the fence. So that was a major piece for me. Another piece of getting my pain down was helping to support my kidneys to be less inflamed. And that came through the organic tart cherry juice concentrate and the biomedic, because the biomedic is actually proven to not only remove glyphosate from our gut, but it also lowers CRP, which is the marker for inflammation. Yep. So it lowers that by 75%. And if I knew I was going to do an activity that was going to hinder my back, I would take more apothecary. So I used to clean houses, and it was very hard on my body. And if I knew I was going to be cleaning a house, I would take like 2 or 3 tablespoons of the apothecary before, and a couple tablespoons afterwards, and then some before bed as well. And just 2 tablespoons is like taking 2 ibuprofen. So I was able to manage and gauge things if I knew that I wasn't going to be in my more normal activities. And I just haven't had any pain in over 3 years, and I haven't had to take ibuprofen. I think I've taken it 3 times in 3 years, and I used to take it every day. Yeah. So,
wow, that is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Dense nutrition is just an answer for so many people, and so many people don't realize, no matter how well you try to pick the best fruits and vegetables at the store, the nutrition is just not in them that used to be there 100 years ago. Right. And so this deep, dense nutrition that we're taking now is just a godsend.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, it's the way that God intended our food to be. Unfortunately, like you said, with how our food is so depleted now, it's just not the same. And
Yeah.
so unfortunately we have to supplement, but this is a really awesome resource because it's not isolated chemistry, it's whole food, it's grown in healthy soils. There's, it's beyond organic, it's very convenient.
Yes.
It's inexpensive. I mean, you can get your whole month's supply of organic superfoods for less than, 3 bags of whole food groceries at the store. I mean, it's crazy. Yeah,
Yes.
it's a
Yes.
blessing.
Health is well worth the money. That is for sure. To be able to feel better and to enjoy the world more and to be just full of joy because you just want to go out there and do something instead of sitting at home taking meds.
Right, true. And I just want to say too that a lot of people are not going to do what I did with cleaning up the diet. Like they may not be that motivated to really do that. But people get desperate too in their health. So some people will just do anything to feel better. So even just adding this in to what you're already doing, it starts, like I said, it starts to shift you to an alkaline side of the fence. So it starts to change your taste buds. It starts to change your thoughts on food. You start to become more acutely aware of what makes you feel really good after you eat it and what doesn't make you feel very good. And you start to have this really innate judgment and discernment on how to eat effectively to help your body heal. So that's one thing I love about it too. When people are consistent with it, they may have some bumps in the road. There may be some ups and downs. There may be even some detoxification, but that's okay. Those symptoms don't last long. And our health, like you said, our health is our wealth. If we don't have our health, we can have millions of dollars in the bank account, but if we can't enjoy it, what fun is that? So I just recommend people just integrate it into what they're doing and then start making gradual changes as they start to notice things come up. Like, I don't really need to eat that. I know that's not going to make me feel well. And so I love how it changes the chemistry of our body. So
yes, it definitely does. I
yeah.
can attest to all of that. I can attest to all of that. That is for sure.
Well, your transformation has been incredible. You look wonderful. And I'm just
feeling so much better, Camille. I feel so much better and have so much more energy. My skin's looking better. My nails don't break every time I try to open a drawer. And as I had shared before with you, I've even dropped 24 pounds. And I am one of those people who hated fruits and vegetables. I am not a big lover of those. And putting this nutrition into my diet has just made such a huge difference. And I crave fruit now, which is something I never used to do. So yes.
That's awesome. I love that. So yeah, if you just stick with it and just add it in, it all falls into place. So
yes.
Yeah. Well, it's so nice visiting with you today, Deb.
Yes. Thank you so much for your time, Camille. I know how precious it is.
Yeah, well, I hope you have an incredible day and just blessing people with your gifts.
You too. Take care. God bless you.
Okay, God bless you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.